Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Penn State can still make the playoffs. They need to beat Indiana, though. If they beat Indiana, and as long as they don't get blown out by Ohio State and they're 10-2, I think they'll still get in. A good place to eat in Greenville. I don't know. Well, they have my favorite restaurant that we have here in Charleston. They also have one in Greenville, the Hall's Chop House. But I don't know a lot of the restaurants in Greenville. Actually, I don't stay in Greenville whenever I go to Clemson. I usually stay in Clemson or around there. So I don't really know what to tell you. Yeah. Well, if you go look at the some of the comments in that video I made today, of course you have. Well, most people agree with me. I think they either think it's funny or they're or they agree with me. But you have the occasional. I don't know if this guy works for Clemson or is on staff at Clemson, but boy, he's really butthurt about what I said about Dabo's weird comments. I mean, there's a certain group of fans that no matter what he says or does, they lap it up like a hungry dog. I mean, he can't be criticized. Yes, I think we're going to beat North Carolina this week. I not only think that we beat them, I think we cover the spread of 14. I don't know what part of North Charleston you're going to. Hopefully somewhere around the airport, because North Charleston's kind of a shithole, honestly. That's where I went to high school, in North Charleston. What is going on? I've never heard rap on this channel before. Can Caucasian sensation Sammy Brown save the season? Not by himself. You know what? There's two Caucasian sensations on that defense. Will Helt is also a bright spot on that defense. Boy, the two best players so far this season on the defense are white guys. We'll figure that one out. And you know what? Avion Terrell has played really well at cornerback. Some of the other ones haven't played so well, but Terrell's played pretty well. I hope you get in too, Robert. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. That's a mouthful. It says, let's go Stanford. Hey. We got a tree fan in here. Look at this. Look at this. Anyway, we have some pretty interesting games coming up this week in the ACC. There's a lot to talk about from last week. It was quite a week in college football, including the ACC. Well, the ACC started that out on Friday night with Virginia and Florida State. There's a bunch of teams this week that are just now playing their first conference game. Several. Miami's one of them, and North Carolina's also one of them. So The Miami and Florida State game is the highlight of the week, obviously, in the conference, and probably the most viewed game in the country. Probably more people will watch that than Alabama and Vanderbilt. But anyway, there's a lot of implications in the ACC in that game. It being Miami's first conference game, if they lose that game, they start out 0-1 in the ACC. If Florida State loses the game, they go. They'll be 3 games down to Virginia, because Virginia is undefeated in the ACC. So they hold the tiebreaker, and Florida State would be 0-2 in the ACC. So this game, from a end of the season perspective, this game is much bigger for Florida State than it is for Miami. This could effectively end Miami's season, or drastically reduce the chances that they make the playoffs if they lose this game. Will Dabo be tempted by Bill's boo? Oh, you mean his girlfriend? Yeah. I don't know. He's a man of God. Maybe this is I don't know if this is a popular or unpopular opinion. I don't think that Bill Belichick's girlfriend's all that hot, honestly. I mean, I guess she is if you're 80. But she ain't my type. Me and Lou are going to a haunted house in Georgia? Is that true? Lou doesn't seem like the haunted house type. Or maybe I'm just wrong about that. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a discussion with him about haunted houses before. Yes, Lane Kiffin's daughter is hot. Yes, she is. He's got 2. They're both pretty good looking, but the one in particular that's hot is the one that's dating the linebacker from LSU. She's hot. What's up, Caleb? Yeah, we'll get Sea-Dog's here. We'll bring him on in just a second. I'm almost ready. We played Florida tomorrow. Who do I think would win? God. That's a good question. Both pretty bad. I don't know. I think it'd be a good game. Probably be a low-scoring game. Xavier Wolf, college football is pain. Yes, for about 98%. For about 98% of fans each year, college football is indeed pain. You are right. That is, ding, ding, ding. That is correct, sir. Ding, 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 ding. That is correct, sir. Noah says he'll take Clemson 8-7. Y'all know all of the college football baddies. I only know one. Lane Kiffin's daughter. That's about the only one I know. They're saying in the chat that apparently Gunnar Stockton's sister is hot, which is... I don't even know how you know that. I don't know what part of the internet you're on, Jay. Also, please tell me she's at least 18. You saw her on X? Oh. Okay. All right. I don't even know who Shea O'Rourke is. See? I'm out of the loop. The only reason I know about Lane Kiffin's daughter is because Lane Kiffin is on social media more than any other coach times 10. Times 10. Noah says he has a video featuring me on his channel. Huh? What's the name? Is that the name of your channel, Noah Livingston? I'll have to look that up. All right. Y'all ready to get this thing started? It was when I called into your show last year. Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Enough of the dance, trance, whatever you call that music there. Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the ACC show. I'm your host, PigskinPeete, joined by my friend, colleague, and co-host, the one, the only, Sea-Dog. What's up, Sea-Dog?
Hey, everybody. What's up, Pete?
Yes. I learned today, I shared this with Sea-Dog, but I am officially Sea-Dog's hype man. I'm like the Flava Flav of the Sea-Dog channel.
Big help, man.
Yeah. I don't have the giant 4-foot long gold chain, but I could still be your hype man, though.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
What did you do to hype me up?
There's a hype button now.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that?
Yeah, but I don't know what it does.
Well, it hypes you up. I don't fucking know what it does either. I don't know. I guess it's like the like button except on steroids. So I guess like if you get a bunch of hype, people hype your video up, then YouTube will send it out to more people on the algorithm or whatever. I don't know.
Here, check it out. I got the gold chain.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, here.
Oh, hold on now. Oh, look at you. Actually, I do have that big gold chain that I wore for. You remember when I was the mullet guy for Slob Olympics? Yeah, had that gold chain on.
Yeah.
The donut on it. Got a gold hat too.
I really got that shit on.
Is that for when you do your karaoke for what's that song you do karaoke of again?
Bust a move.
Yeah, busting a move.
Yeah. I got that shit on, dude. Yeah, I actually purchased this getup for some content. And it was just delivered today. So
Almighty Fence says Flavor Flav had the clock, not the gold chain. But wasn't the clock on the gold chain though? I mean, wasn't it both?
I got my dollar sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dollar
Boy,
sign.
you're all blinged out, aren't you?
Yeah.
Damn.
This is going to be used in some content coming up.
I got this nice silver chain here. That's about all I can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who was that just asked me that? Hey, Pete, what's your opinion of that missed offsides on the Georgia Tech Wake game? Well, I'll let you answer that first because, you're a Georgia Tech guy.
You want to jump right into that right now?
He asked, so.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess we might as well. First of all, it's been quite an argument over the past couple of days about this dang freaking Wake Forest game, dude. Well, first of all, the game was, the game started out like we were getting our ass whooped.
I know.
Like that, like it was 17-3 at halftime or something like that. Like we came out flat, like bad. Haynes King was playing horrible. Jamal Haynes like pulled a hamstring in warm-ups or something. I don't know why they were playing Jamal Haynes because he was not only did he not help, he was a detriment to the team. He was like getting 1 and 2 yards a carry. He averaged 2 yards a carry, and he had a fumble, a really bad fumble at the end of the game that almost cost us the game. and he was dropping passes, stuff like that. So we came out really, really bad in the first half. And like, I don't know, is Wake like good? I don't think Wake is.
No, they're not. They're not any. They lost to NC State.
Right.
No, they're not any good.
They played well.
I will say this:
we made them look good.
Here's the thing about Wake Forest. I say they're not any good. Their offense. They've got some really good offensive players. They've got 2 or 3 receivers that are. I mean, track
running
speed.
back ate us alive. That Claiborne, he's good.
Offensively, they're not terrible. Defensively, though, that's what really I couldn't wrap my head around is the fact that Georgia Tech had a hard time moving the ball on their defense. Their defense isn't very good at all.
Yeah, well, we came out of the half on fire, and we were carving them up.
Yeah.
So we came back from a huge deficit, but of course the key thing was at the beginning or right before halftime. They were about to score. They were in the red zone, and they had freaking, they were whatever. We got a sack on Robbie Ashford. I don't know if y'all had seen it, but he basically was in his throwing motion, but he never let go of the ball. Right?
Yeah.
He's throwing the ball, and he gets tackled, and he brings it in, and then the ball goes backwards. Yeah. Well, we'd pick it up and run it back to the 50-yard line, which is huge because, this is a potential, 6-point swing, if we get a field goal off of it or whatever. But they rule it as an incomplete pass. So that is important context for this freaking game because that was called back, and then they got 3 points off of it.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that call. I thought that should have been a fumble. I don't know it's a weird play, but
it is weird, and that's why you're supposed to go with the call on the field when it's not.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah, they called it a fumble on the field, right? Yeah.
The pass went backwards, and so that's why you just let it uphold it, because they reviewed it and overturned it, which is crazy to me. Yeah. Now, I'm not, I'm not into, I don't know. Obviously, I'm mentioning that because that's what everybody's talking about as the kind of rebuttal to the offsides call. Well, you guys had this crazy fumble that you got called back, and you got 3 points off of it, and then we got 3 points off of, the offsides call. So the debate is, do those two things cancel each other out, and it winds up being a wash? That's the whole debate. And whether you fall on either side of the debate, I can see where you're coming from. Like me, when the game first ended, I was like, man, we got away with one. Like, we really should not have won that game. We didn't deserve to win. We should have lost that right there with that offsides call. We got away with it.
So the way I feel about it is, obviously, I think that Wake Forest got screwed on that call. I think that was an egregious, obviously, thing there. But
and some Tech fans are trying to, talk about the offside call, but the ACC came out themselves and said that was a mistake.
Yeah. So look, but here's the thing. It's like you just forget like you just mentioned about the other call. This happens in every game. There's bad calls in every game, and so either one team can cherry pick a call here or there and say, if it weren't for that call, we would have won the game. I mean, I don't.
That's how you feel about it. Because I mean, it was pretty bad. Like like if they get that offsides call, the game's over. Because they needed a first down. All they do is go into victory formation and win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Georgia Tech got bailed out. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
I mean, and not to mention, they really kicked your ass for virtually the entire game.
Yeah.
So you really got lucky to get out of there with a win.
Well, they also let us come back from a 3-point or 3-score deficit. So it's like at the same time, and like I get it, like, and you're a lot of the time on YouTube, you're not gonna get people to feel sorry for you when it comes to, the refs and stuff like that. Like this happened, in the Georgia game last year. We went to 8 overtimes. We had some really rough officiating in that game, and nobody felt bad for us. They were like, "Well, you had a 2-score lead on them. You blew it." and that's what I get told every time. Every time that that happens, and there's a critical moment in the officiating or whatever. So.
Yeah, the Florida State fans have a little bit of a grief too with the officiating that happened against Virginia last Friday. Actually, a couple calls. One of those calls I think was the correct call, but you, from what I can tell, there's about 50% of the people who think it was the correct call, 50% of the people who don't. It was one of those, was it did he have control on the ball in the back of the end zone type things? I mean, basically, do you know what play I'm talking about?
The final catch of the game, the bobbled catch.
So he started.
Yeah,
I mean, he how many yards deep is the end zone? Is it like 7 yards or something? Whatever it is, at the very beginning of the end zone, he started bobbling it, and he continued to not have control of it all the way to the back of the end zone, which is a long way, really. And it didn't appear to me as if he had complete control of the ball at any point until he was out of bounds. So that's just the way it looked to me. Now, despite that, the real egregious call was what happened in double overtime with Virginia. You remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Wasn't that in double overtime with Virginia?
Yes, but I'm talking about when Virginia had the ball, not Florida State.
Are you talking about the thing where they tried to run out with the extra point,
yes,
but then they stopped the clock? Yeah.
Yes. So they ran out with the extra point. The ref stops the play. They reset the play clock and allow them to come out there and run the 2-point conversion, which they converted.
Yeah.
They should not have done that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't know what I've never seen that before. First of all, so I don't know what the call is there. Would it be a delay of game or some sort of illegal motion or procedure or something? I don't know. But for them just to essentially give Virginia a mulligan for not knowing the rule, I don't think that's right. So Florida State fans feel like they got screwed twice at the end of the game there, and I kind of see where they're coming from. Yeah. But again, Virginia ran all over them all night. I mean, that they should be more concerned about that than anything else. But it's just that it does seem though that the officiating has gotten some degree worse this year. It's bad every year, but it seems like there's not a single game that goes by where there's not some huge controversy. Usually you can pick out one game a week or whatever and be like, oh my God, did you see the call in this game or that game? Now it seems like it's virtually every game where you can say something like that.
Yeah. It's just like around these parts, you're not going to get many people feeling sorry for you. I made a video on it. I actually had a little bit of a problem with Josh Pate's freaking take on it.
What did he say? Well, I didn't even see what he said. What did he say?
Well, he came out and said, not even his take on it, because honestly, I get both sides. Like, I really do get both sides. But he come out and he was like, yeah, Wake Forest had the game stolen from them by the ACC refs, blah, blah, blah. He made a Twitter post about it, and then my issue with freaking Josh Pate is he made a Twitter post about it, right, about the ACC officiating, and then every single comment in that Twitter thread was like, oh yeah, well, what do you think about the fumble that was called back that resulted in them getting a field goal? What do you think about that? Every comment was that, and he chooses to respond to one person who is like, oh yeah, well there was misholding calls in the Penn State and Oregon game, and it was like 3 or 4 people commenting about misholding calls in the Penn State and Oregon game, and he does a whole segment on it on the show, and it's like. It's like, why are you choosing the low-hanging fruit argument? He'll find the dumbest people in the comment section to argue with and ignore the debate that the majority of people are having. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just textbook deflection there.
Yeah.
But the reason he didn't answer that question is because he didn't have an answer to it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's a tough debate. If he would have given an opinion on it, that would have been great. But instead, he finds some random dumb commenter and wins an easy argument against them. It's like, dude, You need to do better.
Yeah, the ACC refs are terrible. I've been saying this for years, and I know I feel like let's say you're an Ohio State fan or a Penn State fan or whatever, you feel like the Big Ten's refs are bad because you watch all the Big Ten games. Your team's in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And of course, I watch a lot of ACC games because I'm a Clemson fan, but I watch all the other ones too. And I'm telling you, the ACC refs are the worst. As a matter of fact, in what game was that? Oh, it was the playoff game last year, Clemson versus Texas. And I believe that's the game I'm thinking of. Anyway, it was a game that Clemson was playing in, a postseason game. And they announced that the refs were for the ACC for that game. And I was like, I don't want the ACC refs. You would think, well, ACC team against an SEC team, you'd want, the ACC school would want the ACC refs. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I don't want anybody but them because they fuck up more than anybody.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it is bad. Anyway. Thank you, Joelish, for the super chat. Appreciate you supporting the channel and the show. He says, what in the bling bling Haynes King Sea Dog?
I guess you missed the beginning.
He missed the beginning.
I got money now. I got money now. I just threw my bling on because it came up in conversation.
Yeah, it came up that I am officially Sea Dog's #1 hype man, like Flava Flav. So he decided to put on his.
Well, I just so happened I ordered this for an upcoming video, and I just went over. I brought the package in right before the show, and I had it sitting right here.
Oh, so you just got that?
Yeah.
I was about to say that it's kind of weird that you just had that sitting there.
Yeah, no,
like it's something that you just sit there and wear when nobody's looking or something.
Yeah, no. I'm
Which would
telling
be
you,
funny.
the video that this is going to be for is going to be incredible.
I believe you. I can't wait to see it.
Yep.
I always know if you order something for the video, then 9 times out of 10 it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe even 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look here. Let's see here. It's the wrong week. I'll talk a little bit about last week's games, and there's not a whole lot of great games this week, honestly. Let me do this. I don't know what I'm doing. There's not a whole lot of great games. The obvious one is Miami and Florida State in Tallahassee. That's the biggest game of the week in the ACC and one of the biggest games in the country. But I want to talk a little bit about last week first. So was it week 5? Yes, week 5. I can't believe it's week 6 already, and there's still a bunch of teams that haven't even played a conference game yet.
Yeah, the season's flying by, but at the same time, it still feels like the beginning of it.
Yeah. It does. It feels like it just started. You're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so starting out, we just talked a little bit about this game, Florida State and Virginia. I would like to take the opportunity from myself and on behalf of Sea Dog as well to give everybody who came in our chat last week during the ACC show and called us crazy and stupid the big I told you so.
Dude, I seem to remember specifically True Seminole coming in here and being like, hey, Sea-Dog, what's your problem? Put some respect on Florida State.
Yeah.
And all I did was suggest that they might be overrated at number 8.
I didn't even go that far. I think I thought going into this game they deserved whatever top 10 ranking they had. I mean, at that point they had a win over Alabama. They were undefeated. Blah blah blah. The whole thing. I don't have a problem with where they were ranked last week at all. But it's like I said, every single year a top 10 ACC team goes on the road on a Friday night and either loses or barely escapes. And that's the reason I put my money, my literal money, not just my mouth, on Virginia. And I won.
Yeah.
Now, look, it wasn't like Virginia blew them out or anything. Obviously, it went to double overtime. It was an amazing. That might have been the most exciting game I've seen all year.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
It was pretty incredible. I wish we got more games like that on Friday night. Unfortunately, this Friday, the games around the country are complete shit. So, but anyway, what a game. And it wasn't just about weird things happening on Friday night. I tried to let everybody know that Virginia's offense is a for real offense. Chandler Morris, the son of the great Chad Morris, former Clemson offensive coordinator, by the way, He played great. They've got a couple of running backs that could play for anybody in the country. When that offense,
that's crazy.
When that offense gets going, I mean, they can score with anybody. Defensively, they got a little bit of issues, but offensively, I think they're pretty sound. And it made me a little bit.
It was a high scoring kind of shootout,
Yeah.
which is we haven't had too many of this year. So I'm always down to watch a shootout.
Well, at one point, I think wasn't Virginia up by like 17 points? They were up at least 14 at one point.
Yeah, it was like.
And shout out to the Florida State and Tommy Castanelos. I mean, he had some great plays to get them back in that game and to take it to overtime. So it was just a great game. It did hurt my heart a little bit to see that Virginia's offense. It reminded me a lot of Clemson back in 2015, 16, 17, that time frame. You know, back when they had a good offense. Because Tony Elliott was the offensive coordinator. And I recognize that style of offense anywhere. It's a bully ball, run the ball first type of offense, and that's what he does there, and they're doing it great. So,
look, man, shout out to freaking Virginia. They've been in the toilet for years. Tony Elliott saving his job, getting a number 8 win at home. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, a lot like Georgia Tech. Now, see, Virginia is technically undefeated in the ACC right now. Because they're
2-0, yeah,
because they did lose to NC State in week 2, but that wasn't classified as a conference game; it was a non-con game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're undefeated, and a lot like Georgia Tech, they don't have a whole. I mean, they don't have a lot of tough games ahead of them. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to lose anymore.
Yeah,
but
if they're a lot like Georgia Tech, then
yeah.
You might be in trouble against some of your.
I think they'll lose. I'm not saying they won't, but right now they have essentially a 2-game lead on Florida State because they had the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
with them.
Well, Florida State, I didn't think was going to make the ACC championship anyway.
Well, they did after they beat Alabama. I mean, they thought they were going to the national title game.
I thought they'd lose to Miami and then probably lose to one other ACC team.
Yeah.
So
the ACC is still wide open. We'll look in a minute at the rankings after we get done talking about these games. But I see Wahoo Brad in here. Virginia is my second favorite team in the ACC, just because I like Tony Elliott. That's the only reason. If Tony Elliott left tomorrow, I wouldn't care anymore. I like him.
I just kind of always like Virginia, so I would say they're my second favorite too.
Okay.
I just think they're likable. I've said that for years.
Yeah. You have said that for years, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, congratulations to Virginia and Wahoo Brad and all the fans up there in Charlottesville on an amazing game and an amazing win. Georgia Tech at Wake Forest. We talked about this. I don't really know if you want how much more we need to add to that.
I guess we can talk about another thing I didn't mention is that this is crazy. So Haynes King had 42 pass attempts in this game, which is crazy because he had 28 against Clemson and 20 against Colorado. So it seems like we won this game through the air, really. Our running game was non-existent. I think that the outside of Haynes King, the running backs totaled like 30-something yards.
Almighty Finn, nobody's throwing dirt on Florida State. I literally just said that I thought they deserved the number 8 ranking going into that game. All I'm saying is I told you that they weren't just going to walk in there and dog walk Virginia, and guess what? They didn't. So I was right. Sorry.
I said that they don't need maybe not deserve. Maybe they deserve the top 10, but I didn't think that they were a top 10 caliber team. But I also didn't think that they were bad. I mean, I don't think Virginia's bad either. I think Virginia and Florida State are 2 pretty good teams. I just don't think that they're ACC championship material. But that's freaking the ultimate curse and insult to Florida State fans. So,
yeah. All right. So anyway, sorry. Back to what you were saying about Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that I thought it was interesting that Like Haynes King, he ran too, but he threw a lot in this game. We got the receivers really involved and we won this game through the air, which was crazy, and on Haynes King's legs too.
You're really gonna your brain's gonna be all kinds of twisted up whenever I preview Florida State and Miami. You're not gonna know what to think about me. Yeah, and so what happened with that? Now, look, I admit I did not watch this game on TV. I watched the Rec Talk and Sea Dog broadcast of the game.
Really?
Yes, because I was in my living room and I had another game on the TV. And so I had you guys on my phone, so I could keep up with that game as well.
Kind of like how we had Carolina Jackpot on the big projector screen.
Yes.
At Rec Talk's house.
Yeah.
And we had all the games on the small screen.
Exactly. It was just like that. But I did see that Robbie Ashford, the quarterback for Wake Forest, what happened with him? So he got some sort of injury. He got taken out of the game for some amount of time.
Yeah, which it felt like a long time, but somebody said that he was only out for one drive, which seems crazy. I feel like so he was out for one or two drives. It felt like longer, but yeah, he went out. I think he got tackled or something, and it was like his leg or whatever. But he came back, and maybe he didn't play 100%, but he did come back.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's a good player, and you wonder what would happen if he played the whole game and been healthy. But what if this, what if that? What if Clemson didn't have any turnovers all year? They'd be 4-0, right? That's what Dabo said today.
Well, nobody's gonna mention it, but we had, like I said, Jamal Haynes pulled his freaking hammy and was completely useless. Well, not even useless, but an actual freaking bane to the team throughout the whole game. So. We had that type of shit going on.
I think we can all agree, even you, Wake Forest kind of got screwed there at the end of the game. But at the end of the day, the record is what all anybody's going to remember at the end of the year. And the record.
And my Jackets start out 5-0, baby.
Yeah, 5-0.
Woo!
5-0 and undefeated in the ACC through 5 weeks.
Oh, my brother, my brother, he's crazy. He was sending me videos, and he was like. During the offsides call, he was like, "I don't care. Let them cheat. The ball lies."
Yeah, just a couple of plays away. From being 4-0. If he just figured out that if we didn't have any turnovers, then we'd be undefeated. Now, never mind the fact that if Troy didn't have any turnovers, they would have beat Clemson. I mean, so it works both ways, Dabo. Anyway. All right, Duke at Syracuse. I look, I'm not right that often. Boy, I nailed it last week. I nailed it on this show. I nailed it on the Lunch Money show. I was 5 out of 6 on my bets on Saturday in college football.
Yeah.
So I had a really, I look like I know what I was talking about. But anyway, I did say last week when we were reviewing the Duke and Syracuse game, I knew that Angeli was out for the season. And I said, Duke is going to go up there and beat him. I said, this team is not the same without Angeli. He's like 90% of the offense.
Yeah.
And then there was somebody, I can't remember who it was arguing with me like, well, their defense is still good enough to stop Duke. And this backup quarterback they got, he can really sling the ball around. He's not much of a runner like Angeli, but he can really sling the ball around. Well, guess what? Syracuse didn't even score a touchdown. 38-3. They just got absolutely destroyed from the word go. They were never even in the game.
I really hate that this happened to Syracuse. You know how I feel about them, but I would have loved to, beat them at full strength and it'd be a hype game. But this is just sad. Yeah, they're clearly
unfortunately, they had that big glorious win against my Tigers, and then now they're just gonna probably just kind of like go away and be an afterthought. I mean, that was all for nothing. I mean, anyway, so and meanwhile, Duke is a decent team.
They're hitting their stride.
They're hitting their stride.
They had like 2 out of conference losses, including one to like Tulane, at Tulane or whatever. Mm-hmm. But now, they're 2 in a row. I mean, I'm nervous to play them.
Clemson's got to play them too.
Yeah, they're looking solid. We got to go to Duke.
I don't remember where. I think we got to go to Duke as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't just. We've said this on the ACC show before. You don't just walk up into Wallace Wade Stadium, okay, and expect to get a win.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like they've had a solid defense for years now, and now I like what they've got offensively more than I like what they had last year.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. They're gonna play spoiler to several teams in the ACC. I think.
God, I hope not us. Jeez.
This game, Louisville at Pittsburgh. I didn't see this game. I don't know if you saw any of it, but so Louisville's still undefeated. And
I saw a little bit of it, but apparently this was crazy. Reg Talk was saying it was crazy.
Pittsburgh went.
I could have watched it.
I know that Pittsburgh went up early in the game because I saw the highlights when I was watching the other game.
17-0 or something.
Yeah, they were blowing them out, and Louisville made a huge comeback and ended up winning 34-27.
I got to go back and watch. I really wish I would have been able to seen it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's who Virginia plays this week.
I'll tell you what, though.
In the Ville.
Jeff Brom is the true quarterback whisperer of college football.
Yeah. I think we all knew that, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure who is the false quarterback whisperer, maybe like Sarkisian or something. But Jeff Brom has not missed once since he's been at Louisville.
Yeah.
I keep expecting them to kind of take a step back, but they don't. They've been solid every year.
They're a problem.
That's impressive. So yeah.
Again, that's another team. Clemson's got to play Louisville still. They got to play Duke. I guess that's it. I'm trying to think. Oh, Florida State. They got to play Florida State still.
What about Pitt though? Are they mid?
Yeah, I don't think they're that good.
Yeah, we got to play them, so I'm interested.
Well, here we go. I'll tell you right now where they're standing. I mean, they're at the bottom of the barrel. They're down there with Clemson.
They've got.
They're
lost to West Virginia, but they're only 0-1.
They're 2-2 and 0-1 in the ACC.
Okay.
So, not great. Better than Clemson though. Apparently, I mean, at least by the numbers, they are.
Yeah.
So. So that was an exciting game, but Louisville found a way to come back and win that one and remain undefeated, and they host the Cavaliers. That's going to be a good game. That's one of the few good games in the ACC this week. Virginia at Louisville.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Louisville's a favorite too.
They are by 7.
Yeah.
I've already bet the game. I'll let you guys know about what I bet when we talk about next week. I've already made 3 bets on college football for this weekend. Degenerate.
Dude, Penn State and Oregon was free money.
Yeah, I bet that one too.
Was there ever a more foreseen freaking outcome?
Well, you got to give Penn State credit. I mean, they were down.
Yeah, they made it closer than they normally do, but it was just free money. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's why I bet on it. I was like, why would anybody bet on Penn State in that situation? I mean, they haven't proven.
They're the most consistent freaking team in college football.
And look, they've got an amazing team and a terrible quarterback. I'm sorry. He's not any good, man.
I've been saying this, man. Like, if Penn State knew what they were doing, they would steal our quarterback coach.
It makes you. It's crazy that they can have so many great players on that team on virtually every position, but they year in and year out they just whiff on quarterback. You would think, as big of a brand as they are, they would be able to go out and get a dynamic quarterback out of the portal or something.
It might be a systemic thing,
I guess it's got to be
sort of like Notre Dame. Like Notre Dame would take quarterbacks from the ACC that would tear it up in the ACC, and then they don't look half as good when they get there.
Yeah, fucking Lane Kiffin goes out and gets a transfer from some Division II school or whatever. I don't even know I can't remember what school it was. Some Division II school, and that guy's one of the best players in the country.
Yeah, okay. Lane Kiffin might also be the
Lane Kiffin is definitely a quarterback. He goes out and finds the most random people that nobody's even looking at, and brings them in, and they're like a Heisman candidate all of a sudden.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Look, they've got 2 amazing quarterbacks. Ole Miss. They've got their backup quarterback could start at 99% of the schools in the Power 4.
That was also free money. LSU is overrated. I won.
Well, I think the LSU's decent defensively. Their offense is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Their offense is actually, it's bad.
And Brian Kelly gets all mad when you ask him about it.
Yeah, he gets that red face. He starts banging the table like,
Sorry, I couldn't help but bring up some of the other stuff in college football.
Do you see how mad that I am?
Yeah. It's been eventful lately, man. A lot going on. Of course, we had a golden game day Saturday too with Georgia losing, so I had a good time.
Ferris State's where that quarterback's. Yeah, that's right. Ferris State. All right, moving on. Oh my God! So, I am not a fair weather fan when it comes to my Clemson Tigers. I'm a ride or die. If they go 12-0 or 0-12, doesn't matter. I'll be there each week. I'll be there each year. Blah blah blah. Right. When it comes to Cal, I became a fake Cal fan at the beginning of the season. I think it was after week 1, or it was either week 0 or week 1. They played Oregon State and they beat the dog shit out of them. Then I think they went on the next week and won it big again. So they were 2-0. Then they lost to a terrible. Who'd they lose? Who'd they lose to? Like Stanford or somebody? It was somebody bad.
It was a group of 5.
Oh yeah, no, it was San Jose State, I think. Anyway, they lost to them. I already told everybody I was moving out to California. I was going to dye my hair purple, become a liberal, and be a Cal fan. And everybody started freaking out. Pete, you can't do that. But then they lost that game to that group of 5 team, and I said, I am officially off the Cal train. I'm no longer a fan. I'm no longer moving to California. And but now I'm back on the Cal train.
Against Boston College.
Look, they're undefeated in the ACC. Wait, hold on, are they? Let's see what their record is. Yeah, they're 1-0 in the ACC, and they're 4-1 overall.
Boston College is such a disappointment. I thought they would be better.
Ooh, Boston College?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They suck.
I mean, they suck. They lose to Michigan State, lose to Stanford, now lose to Boston College at home. Cal at home. Like, Cal had to come across the country. I'm more impressed by that they come across the country and win, and they can't even win at home against a group of 5 team. But I guess it's in the past. But
yeah,
damn, how do you lose at home, man? I thought and who the hell is Turbo Richard? I thought Lundgren was their freaking quarterback.
I don't know what happened with them against
Who is Turbo Richard?
It's only this. It's one of the coolest names in all of college football.
Yeah.
I mean, if your name is Turbo and you run for 171 yards, I mean, come on. Anyway, so I'm back on the Cal train. They're 4-1, undefeated in the ACC. Go Golden Bears, and shout out to Jack Nicklaus. Let's see here.
What is that? What is those people on the side? Is that leading rusher or leading yard? What is that?
I believe so. I think, yeah, rushing leader.
Oh.
Yeah.
A passing leader or rushing leader?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought it was the quarterback for each team. I was only half paying attention.
No, Turbo Richard's the running back for Cal.
That's a crazy name.
That's an awesome name. That's an awesome name.
It's a crazy name.
All right, Virginia Tech and NC State. I don't know if you guys can. I don't have my face on screen right now, but I'm smiling from ear to ear. This makes me so happy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man.
Yes.
Virginia Tech's on their interim, and now they're 2-0 since firing their coach.
I know.
Speaking, 2-0, right? They've won 2 games, right?
Yeah, they won back to back. Yeah, they're 2-0. Speaking of firing coach, this is off the subject, but while we're on the firing coaches subject, did you see who's going to be the interim head coach at Arkansas?
Yes. Bobby rides again.
What the hell are they doing?
Bobby rides again.
So let me ask you, do you think that he's going to end up being the head coach at Arkansas again next year? I don't know why else he would do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
No?
I don't think they should hire him. No.
I don't think they should either, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, do you think that they will?
I don't know. No, I mean, just because of how bad of a look it is. But I guess.
Well, it's a bad look. He's the coach now. I mean,
I don't know. I guess if they can't find anybody better, maybe. He's definitely going to be getting an interview. So who knows? Unless they can find somebody better, I guess.
I think it speaks volumes them bringing him in. That's like, I think he's going to be the coach there next year. Unless
I'm trying to think of an equivalent for another place. Like
yeah,
this.
it would be like. Well, I guess you couldn't make that comparison because most of these people are coaching somewhere else at the same time. They wouldn't come back and be the interim. So like,
would it be like us hiring Jeff Collins again?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like you fire Brent Key and you're like, oh, guess who the new interim head coach is? Welcome Jeff Collins, everybody. It's just I don't know what is going on in Fayetteville.
I don't know. That's crazy.
You know what?
They straight up said I saw a clip on Twitter. They said in the press conference introducing Bobby Petrino as the interim that they did not give Sam Pittman enough funding, basically.
When I saw that, I learned most of my news on X.
Yeah.
When I saw that pop up on my feed, I thought it was a troll. I thought somebody was making a joke. I thought it was like the Babylon fucking Bee or something.
Or AI or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah. I can't believe they admitted that.
What?
That they didn't pay, that they didn't give Sam Pittman enough money to be. Oh, you're talking about the Bobby Petrino?
Yeah, the Bobby Petrino thing.
That too.
Yeah, but that's the other thing they did. They admitted that they did.
They straight up admitted to not giving Sam Pittman enough funding to be successful there.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, for the record, I would sell my left kidney to see a Sea-Dog reaction video of Jeff Collins being rehired as
I would too.
head coach.
I would too. I've got 2 kidneys. I can spare one.
I might dye my hair purple and become a Cal fan too.
Oh, anyway.
We're going to be the gay CC show.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Anyway, off to Bobby Petrino. I just thought that was insanely funny. Yeah. So anyway,
NC State loses.
Everyone's saying that NC State got screwed in this game. I don't know. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what they're talking about.
I will say I'm shaking in my boots about Virginia Tech. Georgia Tech has a bye week, and then we play them, and I'm scared. I'm scared of them.
You're scared to play Virginia Tech. That's in Bobby Dodd, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you honestly probably should be because this game this past weekend should not have been this close.
I know.
At all.
I know. We played good at home.
I would have bet a lot of money that Georgia Tech would have easily covered the spread.
Yeah. Well, you never bet on Georgia Tech. That's the one.
Well, it's funny because I was telling you how I did on my picks last week. So last week I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm thinking about taking Georgia Tech to cover the spread, and Reg Talk said no.
No.
He said, do not do it, and so I actually took his advice and I didn't do it, and I'm glad I didn't.
I could usually tell you because I usually know when I think. We just can't play good as a favorite. We don't know what I don't know. It's been a problem.
I've said it I've said it equivalently for Miami too. Not only do you have to get better as a team, but you have to learn how to win again when you've been down. So
Right, exactly. And I said after the Clemson game, I was like, winning from week to week and being consistent and playing up to our strength is going to be harder than winning just this one big game against Clemson. Well, at the time I thought, Clemson was much better, but I don't know, man. Like Brent Key, I don't know if any of y'all saw the stat, but Brent Key is 7-1 versus ranked ACC teams. And before this past weekend was 8-8 against unranked ACC teams.
Yeah. So he plays
pretty crazy stat.
He plays to the level of his competition.
pretty crazy stat.
Yeah.
Now he's 9-8 against them.
Yeah, and again, you got kind of got lucky to win that one too. So
yeah, I mean, in the past that would have been a game we lost though. So I mean, same with the Colorado game. We played a horrible game against them, and I don't know. Hopefully we can stop. They stop giving me a freaking heart attack every time I got to watch them play.
now let me throw your brain for a loop here. We talked about how Cal lost to I believe it was San Jose State, right? And then San Jose State goes out and loses to the Tree.
Actually, I think I made the same mistake. I think it was San Diego State.
Oh, was that what it was?
That blew out
Yeah,
Cal.
I think it's
Okay.
San Diego State.
All right. Okay.
I think I did the same thing. I was like, oh, it's the same team. You're like, no, this one is different.
Okay.
And
Anyway, so okay. Stanford won against San Jose. I don't know how good San Jose State is, but it was.
I don't know the difference between San Jose and San Diego.
Well, two different cities.
I mean, yeah, well,
That's what you told me last week. But now you're
You
doing the
lost
same
to-
thing.
you lost to Stanford. Like, that's a whole level of down bad that we don't even need to get into that rabbit hole.
Well, I think Stanford's got a better record than Clemson. I think.
Shit.
Well, they've got more wins. I know that they've got at least 2 wins. Clemson's sitting on 1 win right now. That's bad.
Jesus.
Look at this. Well, I don't know. You can't see the screen. Look who's at the very bottom. I got the ACC rankings pulled up. Clemson's in last fucking place.
God, dude.
Well, to be fair, though, Miami hasn't even played an ACC game.
Clemson has the same record 1-3 as Boston College and the same ACC record as Boston College 0-2.
Damn.
God.
Stanford, hold on. Fuck. Stanford is 1-1 in the ACC and 2-3. So they're better than Clemson.
They have twice as many wins as Clemson.
Dang.
That's down bad.
Yeah, I feel like I'm living in some kind of alternate. We are definitely living in a simulation. This shit can't be real.
If there's anything that ails you, at least you get to play North Carolina this week.
Yeah.
One of two things is true. Either we're in a simulation or Dabo is.
Well, Dabo is definitely in a simulation. He's in his own. He's in his own planet, universe, multiverse. I don't know what he's on.
He's in his own Truman Show.
He's living. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's the Truman Show, except Dabo's in it. Yeah.
Very fortunate news for you that you get to play North Carolina. I wish we got to play them.
Eric wants to know, Pete, do I think even with his pedigree, Dabo is on the hottest seat in college football? No, I don't.
No.
He's not getting fired. He's not getting fired.
There's been 4 coaches fired though. They're like
I saw
4 now.
So the Vegas is really taking advantage of this. Vegas has now put out the odds for the next head coach firing, and guess who's got the best odds? Well, I can't remember. I think it was Dabo, or he's up towards the top of the list, which I think that might stoke some of the people who don't know what they don't understand how things work in Clemson. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dabo's not. Like, there's less than a 0% chance, if that's possible, of Dabo Swinney getting fired.
I don't even think he'll quit. Because if he quit,
he's way too stubborn to quit.
He's way too stubborn to quit. I don't think he wants to quit. I don't think he wants to go out on a bad note anyway. That's number one. And why would you walk away from a guaranteed $60 million? That'd be stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's not going. They're not firing him. He's not quitting. I mean, he's there for at least another year or 2 or 3. And that's just, and probably longer, honestly. I mean, we're just assuming that they're going to be terrible like they are this year, next year, and the year after that. If they have a good season one of those 2 years, then he'll get another extension, you know? So,
I mean, honestly, if I was Dabo at this point, and, like, let's just say he's 100% truthful, and he really is as annoyed as he appears with the Clemson fan base, I would just do shit to piss him off at this point.
well, he's doing it. That's what he's doing. Every week he says something dumber than he said the week before. I made a video on it today.
You know what I honestly think it is? I think it's Dabo running defense for Garrett Riley. is what I think.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because a lot of the shit he just says is just Dabo knows better than what he's saying.
Well, some of the stuff he says is just dumb. Like what he said today about if we had 0 turnovers, we'd be undefeated. Well, no shit. I mean, that's true of every team in the country. I mean, there's any team that goes the entire season with 0 turnovers is probably going to have a lot of wins.
Yeah, chances are pretty good.
Pretty good.
But 100 and something in turnovers.
But he doesn't mention the other teams turning the ball over against Clemson. So I mean, it works both ways. In other words, when we played Troy, we were down 16-0. Well, coming out in the second half, Troy turned the ball over deep in their own territory twice in a row to start the third quarter out. That's the only reason Clemson won the game. So by Dabo's logic, if Troy didn't turn the ball over, they would have beat Clemson, which is true.
They would have, yeah.
So he wouldn't be undefeated then. He's just wrong. Forget the fact it's just an asinine thing to say. Why would you even say that? So, anyway.
The congregation told him to say it. Yeah.
Well, that's something they asked him today. I didn't listen to his entire presser today because I got through about 10 minutes of it, and I was about to start banging my head into a wall, so I just turned it off. But so they asked him, they said, hey, since this is one of your toughest years since you've been here, have you had to seek advice from anybody else in the coaching world? What do you think he said?
No, absolutely not.
No, he said, yeah, only advice I seek is from the man upstairs. So, not looking for advice.
Is not true. All these coaches talk to each other.
Yeah, but he's not looking for anybody's advice because they don't. I mean, Dabo knows better than anybody what's going on. I mean, haven't you heard? He's won 2 national championships and 10 ACC championships.
Yeah, Kirby's won a couple national titles too.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, moving on to this week. Again, not such great games this week. There's a couple that really stand out, but we can run through these. Boston College at Pittsburgh. Two of the worst teams in the ACC, right there with my Tigers. Maybe,
but that Pittsburgh Louisville game was a hell of a game to watch.
Yeah, well, again, Pitt got up big, and then Louisville came back. I'm picking Pitt to win this, by the way. This game's in Pitt, and I've lost all confidence together. I just the Boston College is the bad team altogether. So,
but they're not as bad as Stanford.
What is Pete's realistic reaction if Carolina Blue Chews beat Clemson? Thank you for the super chat, buddy. My realistic, well, I have no idea how I would react in that situation. It would be, I don't know how I'd react.
You'd have to throw the whole season out at that point.
But just tune in and see, maybe it might happen. I don't know. I'll be streaming that game.
Lose to North Carolina.
Oh, listen, if they're behind North Carolina by a touchdown early in that game, be prepared for YouTube gold because Matt Peete is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, North Carolina's awful. If Clemson, it's bad enough you're down 16 points to Troy at home. That's a low point. You get blown out by Syracuse at home. That's also a low point. But if you lose to North Carolina, that is I think that this team has hit like rock bottom. Like it's time. What did they say when drug addicts hit rock bottom? Like, that's what this would be like.
Yeah.
It would just be an all-time low point of Dabo Swinney's career. Might be the lowest point. That's how bad they are. North Carolina, I mean.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not. I'd be shocked if that happened.
It's a good thing for Clemson that North Carolina didn't turn out to be good, because, then you might not have if they were actually good, you might not have a get right game on your hands here. Might have an actual challenge. You know what I mean?
SEC Dog says you almost think Belichick is worse than Dion. Yeah, I do. Dion's got years of coaching experience in college. Belichick has 4 games? 4 games.
As of this moment, he is.
Yeah. So, and I don't see Deion's 24-year-old girlfriend down on the sideline whispering shit in his ear either. You know, at least she has the decency to stay in the locker room. All right. I got Pittsburgh against Boston College.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh hasn't been great, but they're still not as bad as Boston College, I don't think. At Pitt, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever the over is in this game, though, because both teams can put up points.
Yeah. That's a good point. Clemson at North Carolina. This is the... It's going to be an annoying week listening to both these coaches talk about each other, because it's just going to be a love fest about Dabo Swinney talking about how Bill Belichick's the greatest coach of all time, and Bill Belichick talking about how Dabo Swinney's the greatest coach in college, and you know, it's just going to be.
Belichick and his girlfriend will be at Sunday service in the front row.
Yeah. So I think
I listened to the Lunch My Show. Didn't you take Clemson to cover here?
I did.
What's the spread? It's like less than 2 touchdowns.
I got it at 14. I think it might be at 13.5 now. But yeah, Clemson's favored by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I can see that. This is a complete get right spot. Like,
yeah, coming off a bye. North Carolina's offense is non-existent.
Yeah.
So
Jordan Hudson's the only player on the team anybody can name.
Yeah, they're bad. Now, the only bright spot about North Carolina is their red zone defense is one of the best in the country. But now we're cherry. That's a very small stat.
Red zone defense, huh? Yeah.
Red zone defense. That's really what they're good at.
Well, you'll probably be in the red zone quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that might be trouble. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a feeling Clemson's going to go in there and take care of them pretty easily. You know. Even though they haven't taken care of anybody.
Same feeling about Troy and Syracuse too.
That's a good point. No, so again, I was about to say I don't really have a logical reason to think that. It's just a feeling, because Clemson hasn't really handled anybody since. God damn, it's been a long time. Well, the last time they even beat a Power 4 team at all was in December in the ACC Championship, and it took a 60-yard miracle field goal to do that against SMU, and they lost the week before that to South Carolina. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 Power 4 games.
They have.
Yeah.
The list of teams that haven't beat a Power 4 team is funny. I don't know if y'all have seen that on Twitter.
No, who is it? Do you have the list?
No, I don't have it up with me, but it includes names like Clemson, and freaking Texas, who's ranked 9. Texas,
yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, well, Texas has won a Power 4 game this year.
Hold on. What about
a playoff game this year?
Well, this season.
I meant this season, yeah.
No.
What about Penn State?
Nope, not Penn State either.
Penn State has not beat a Power 4 team this season.
And they're number 7.
And they're ranked 7.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Texas is mad overrated, too.
Yeah, look, I think Texas might lose to Florida.
Now, they do get Florida.
Go ahead.
Penn State gets UCLA, so they both have a chance there. But, yeah, it's true. They could lose to Florida. But,
listen, DJ Lagway has looked better as a quarterback this year than Arch Manning has.
Yeah, and Florida's defense is not terrible.
No, Florida's defense is pretty damn good.
That was my number 1 pick of the week on the Lunch Money Show. Is Florida as a 6.5 point home underdog. I would definitely take the points if you want to get frisky and bet the money line. I think they actually might beat Texas outright. Yeah,
I think it could happen. I've said that earlier this week.
That would be crazy.
Or last week.
It wouldn't be that crazy. Texas has not been impressive at all this year.
Would Florida rush the field?
No. What rush the field? They're about to fire their coach.
I don't know.
They might rush the field if they beat Texas.
You beat the number 9 team at home. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think they would. I don't think they're that good of spirits in Gainesville to be rushing for anything.
That's
Oh,
true.
listen.
I mean,
They beat Texas. Octavian's going to be back in full form.
oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I'm kind of hoping. I mean, I don't care who wins. I'm kind of hoping that they do just for the chaos of it.
Oh, yeah, it's like Uncle Lou said, and I completely agree with him. At this point, it's funnier if you lose to Florida than if Florida just loses again.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see about that. That should be, everyone will be watching that game.
We're giving better SEC content than any other show you're gonna find.
That's right.
This isn't even an SEC show.
Yeah, the ACC show, but we bring the heat, son.
Yeah.
Anyway, so North Carolina and Clemson. I got Clemson big in that.
This next game, could you pick this if there was a gun to your head?
No.
Which one are you going with? Cause
I don't know, bro. Jeez.
Tell my mom
Who we
I love
got?
her.
It's Wake Forest at Virginia Tech.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's in Blacksburg. If that matters. It's on the CW. It's the Cartoon Network channel.
I wonder what
this
Carl
week.
Coin says about this game because I might
Yeah,
just I might tail him.
yeah, I may just have to consult the coin on this one. Just good Lord.
I would probably take the home team in this one.
Who's at
That's
home?
about the only thing.
It's Virginia
You think
Tech.
Virginia Tech's gonna rip off 3 wins though, as a
Hey,
with an interim coach.
Yeah,
Give me Blacksburg, baby.
I'm taking Virginia
don't
Tech to
know.
win this one.
I don't know. It might just be me, but I'm a little bit impressed by what I've seen from Wake Forest.
Well, yeah, because they gave your team a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, because they ran you up and down the field for 4 quarters.
Well, fuck you guys. Wake Forest is taking this. Wake Forest.
I got
go
news for you.
freaking Deeks.
They almost
They're
beat
taking
Georgia
it.
Tech, but that doesn't mean they're good because they're not.
They're gonna whoop the fuck out of these Hokies. I'm telling you. So I'll see you back here next week, same time. I'm gonna be fit. I'm gonna be
right.
sitting on a huge W.
All right,
Yeah.
keep riding that Wake Forest
Yeah. I sure
train
will.
as long as you think you can.
They must be good. They about beat us. They must be good. They must be really good.
Campbell at NC State. Campbell's winning that by 40.
Oh man.
So
Give me the soup kids.
go. Is that Are they Camels?
Camels.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
Camels.
Campbell Camels.
Go Camels.
At
Yeah,
2
did they do a
o'clock.
victory cigarette after the game?
Yeah. Camel Blue, baby. No. Obviously, I'm picking NC State to win that one. That one's not even on TV. Or is it? Is that the? It's on the ACC network. It says ESPN Plus, though. I don't know what that.
Yeah, it means it's going to be.
ACC
Streaming only.
ESPN Network Extra, so it's not on TV.
No, it's streaming only.
Yeah. So nobody will watch that, even NC State fans. So now this is a good one. This is a good one. This is one we'll all be watching. I know I will. Virginia at Louisville. We talked about a little bit about this earlier, that both these teams, well, Louisville's undefeated both overall and in the ACC, and Virginia is technically undefeated in the ACC as well with their win over Florida State. So one of these two teams is going to catch their first conference loss here.
Somebody's O's got to go.
I'm gonna take Louisville.
That is the smart. So straight up, I probably would take Louisville. I'm taking Virginia to cover the 7.
I'm surprised Louisville's not ranked.
I am too. Well, listen, I don't think they've really played anybody that's worth any of note, but
No, they just beat Pitt. I guess it was a miracle.
let's see here. They are,
James Madison. That was their other game. That
Yeah.
They, won.
yeah. So they beat Pitt. That's their best win.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. If I had to, gun to my head, if I had to pick the winner, I would probably take Louisville. They're at home. Virginia's coming off of a big emotional win against Florida State, all that. But I'm taking Virginia to cover, because Virginia can score. This will probably be a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
Imagine Louisville takes this one and then gets ranked next week. Takes Virginia's spot.
I will be rooting for Virginia, though. Go Wahoos.
Yeah, man. The whole Tony Elliott thing, and then what's going on since he's been there. Good story.
Wahoo Red says Louisville has given them fits
Yeah, it's a
every
good
year.
story in the ACC this year. Probably the one that kind of the best story. I guess the Florida State fans feel like they might have the better story, coming from 2-10 to being nationally recognized again. But
Fuck them.
I think the Tony Elliott story is better. All right.
Well, and I don't even say that out of Florida State hate. Like, I completely agree with Lou. Like, the Florida State fan base has just become so insufferable that fuck them.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pot calling the kettle black, if I say so myself.
Listen, I throw just as much shade as at the Miami fan base, but I, sir, am not an insufferable Miami.
Right.
Before I move on to the next game, can you guys carry on the show for about 20 seconds while I go pee?
Sure.
Thank you.
We got a really amazing matchup here next. I think we could probably cover this one without Pete's help. It's going to be Syracuse at SMU.
Oh.
That's SMU all day. Syracuse down bad.
Well, speaking of good stories, like, I'm kind of rooting for Syracuse just because I feel bad for Fran Brown's wife.
Dang, how long has it been since she said so? I guess a week, and then it's going to be 2 weeks here. Because
and she's got to sleep next to that every night. Ugh.
This is a good chance for SMU to get on the board because they've been on a losing streak, haven't they? I can't pull up their schedule. Let me see. My phone died, so I can't freaking look it up. Here it is.
All right, are we talking about Miami and Florida State now?
No, we're talking about SMU and Syracuse.
Oh,
we're talking.
So they lost to Baylor. So they haven't beaten a freaking Power 4 team either. So this is their chance here.
Yeah, SMU is kind of the opposite. They're the anti-Virginia in the ACC this year. I had much higher hopes for them, and they just have kind of underperformed. But having said that, I think Syracuse, without Angeli, is like a one-legged man.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying too.
So I think, and this game's in Dallas. I'm taking SMU here.
It's either that or things are clicking for Duke. Like they took that early season L.
Oh no,
shit happens. Maybe
I don't think
clicking for Duke.
Yeah, I don't think that the loss to Duke is an indication of anything.
It's a pretty crazy swing though to go from beating, not even beating, but blowing out Clemson really, to getting almost shut out by Duke.
Well, that just shows you how important Angeli was to the team.
Yeah,
I knew that they were going to have a problem offensively without Angeli, but I didn't know it was going to be that bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was really bad.
Well, and okay, maybe because I kind of like Manny, I'm trying to push a narrative in their favor.
Yeah.
But is Syracuse's offense that bad without Angeli, or is this another Manny Diaz defense that we know is usually pretty
I'm
good?
sure it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you this: if Angeli was healthy and played in that game, they would have scored some points. It wouldn't have been 38-3.
Yeah, they'd have scored more than 3.
Well, they would have scored probably several touchdowns. I mean, they probably still would have lost. They very may well have lost the game still, but it would have been way more competitive.
Yeah.
So, I feel sorry for Angeli, and I feel sorry for Syracuse fans. They get all hyped up to beat Clemson, and then all of a sudden it's just now things don't look so good for the rest of the season. And I don't.
And it's one of those. It's really, you can't get mad at anybody. It was a no contact injury.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like a Clemson player hit him or anything. You're right. It was a non-contact. But look, I think SMU will be able to beat them pretty easily, unfortunately for Syracuse. So
yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't.
Dude, speaking of which, did y'all see Tyreek Hill and this freaking leg injury?
I saw some people talking about something with Tyreek Hill, but I never even looked into it. So what happened?
It was graphic. Dude.
Was it last night?
Was it? Yeah. He snapped his leg. It's brutal to watch.
No.
It's gross. Yeah. It broke.
I can't watch videos like that.
It broke sideways at the knee.
I can't watch those kind of videos.
Yeah.
What happened? Was it a non-contact thing or he got hit?
No, he got hit.
Somebody hit their helmet into his knee or something?
Let me see the video here. I'll watch it. I'm a sicko. Oh, it's age restricted. Good Lord. Yeah, that's how bad it was. So yeah, he catches the ball and so the guy tackles his leg, but the leg that didn't get tackled
it just
planted down, but the weight of it
it just buckled. It just buckled under the pressure. Yeah, God.
Yeah. Sideways.
And you can't even really get mad because I understand defensive players going low so they don't catch targeting.
Yeah, that's one of the unintended consequences of them, protecting the head is you're going to have guys get their knees blown out. It just is what it is.
Oh, it's so gross. Oh, man.
Well, that sucks. I hate to see that for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't watch those videos. Like that one, I forget, was the basketball player a few years ago who jumped up and came down, his leg just snapped in half. God, yeah.
I remember that. I remember it was like on Easter, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that was like 10 or 15 years ago.
That
was it?
That was a long time ago. I was a kid.
The Duke player?
I don't know. I still have nightmares about that shit.
I do too, dude.
It's funny because when it comes to blood and guts and stuff, I'm not squeamish at all. Like if somebody, like seeing somebody bleed or that doesn't bother me at all. But seeing people's legs or arms snap in half, that shit gets me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I saw that when I was a kid, dude, on Easter. I was like, yeah, I still remember it. I could still. It's like he had another knee in the middle of his shin. It bent that way. It's ridiculous, dude. Yeah, that was a while ago too.
Oh. So anyway, all right. So rest in peace to Syracuse. It was fun while it lasted. But hey, there's always next year. Miami and Florida State. The game that everybody is talking about. Seeing a lot of Florida State fans that are very, very butthurt that the game day is not going to be in Tallahassee. I don't know why people care that much about that. You've got a primetime game that everybody's going to be watching.
Well, Gamecocks chose to go to Penn State and freaking Oregon last week.
I think that was a good idea. Now, I don't think the white suits were a good idea. I think that was fucking terrible.
Whatever. I mean, only half the people on the panel picked Penn State to win.
The week before it was a real head scratcher.
What?
We went to some stupid game. I don't know. But they went. Oh yeah, I remember now. They went to Miami, Florida. What the hell did they do that for? That's the dumbest freaking location I've seen.
It was one of the better games of the week. That's why.
And you realize that's also the second highest viewed game day ever. So go suck a dick.
I just don't understand. People get all mad about where game day goes. Who gives a shit? I mean, who cares?
I would have rathered them go to Tallahassee for Miami, Florida State versus Miami, Florida, because it's still going to be a ranked matchup. So I think that would have been the better of the two.
I understand both. I understand both sides of it. I think the reason is because they just went to Miami last week, so Miami's in this game, so they're going somewhere where
exactly.
Where are they going?
They're going to Alabama
to watch them play Vandy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's right. I sent you the Manziel.
So I have a bit. Where's my guy that was in here earlier? The Florida State fan. Hope he's still in here. I think I have a different take than most people think on this game. I did talk about it last night on the Lunch Money Show. I do think that Miami is probably the most complete team in the ACC. I don't think there's anybody doubting that. I think that they have an edge at virtually every position, especially on the lines of scrimmage, which is important. If you watch the Virginia game against Florida State, Virginia dominated the line of scrimmage against Florida State, and that's a little bit of alarming if you're a Florida State fan. Now, a lot of that
Miami will absolutely dominate the lines of scrimmage in this,
and a lot of that gets masked because Castanelis is such a good athlete, and that's a good thing for them that they have him because he makes them a lot better. I mean, I don't know who their backup is, but without Castanelis, I don't think this is the same team. Sort of like Angeli with Syracuse, but I do think Florida State's back is up against the wall here. They lost to a team that they're better than, I think, in Virginia last week. If they lose this game, their chances of going to Charlotte and the playoffs drop by a lot, because they will then have 2 ACC losses, where you have several teams: Louisville, Georgia Tech, Virginia, and Miami, that all are still undefeated in the conference. This is Miami's first conference game, though, isn't it, Slim?
It is.
Yes. So this game is bigger for Florida State than it is for Miami. I'm picking Miami to win the game. I'm picking Florida State to keep it close, though. I think this game's going to be more competitive than people think it is. And I think Florida State covers the spread. But I'm picking Miami to win.
I pretty much agree. I think it'll be a good game, but I don't know. I'm pulling for Florida State because it would help us.
I agree with everything you just said, except for Florida State keeping it close. I do think Castellanos gives them a chance, but here's the thing. He's got Ruben Bain to deal with on one end of that defensive line. He's got Akeem Mesidor on the other end of the defensive line, who are both absolutely freak of nature athletes. And then you've got 5-star Justin Scott in the middle, closing up anything. I think that's going to be too much for Castellanos to deal with.
So you don't think it's going to be close?
Well, I don't think Miami's going to win by 30. What's the spread?
You know what? Let me look here.
4.5, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's like 4.5 or 5.
Yes, Miami covers the spread.
Yeah. I haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. That's not one of the ones I bet yet. I'm still waiting. I probably won't bet it till game day, and if I like the line or not. I don't know. It's a confusing game to me.
Because Florida State's coming off that loss, and I agree with you. Their back's against a wall. Miami's coming off a bye week.
Yeah, and I hate to say
2 weeks.
Losing is never a good thing. I mean, obviously you want to win rather than lose, but I do think, especially in the fashion that they lost that game in on Friday night, there can be some positives that come out of a loss like that. Castellanos even said afterwards, he said, we were kind of feeling ourselves too much and we got humbled. So maybe they can refocus and get back to what they look like against Alabama. If they play like they did against Alabama, this game will be close.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, though. When you're old like me, watching Miami and Florida State play used to be a big deal back in the day. And it's been a long time since it's been really meaningful like this.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you're too young. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know a whole lot about meaningful games either.
Oh, real funny. We're going to see how meaningful it is when we meet in the ACC Championship. I'll see you there. If you can get past Florida State, that is.
You may see us there. But
we may maybe win a conference game first.
But see, here's why I'm not worried about that game, a hypothetical game that may or may not happen. Because if it does happen, it'll happen in December in Charlotte. Brent Key will be forced to have sleeves, and we'll definitely win.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't wear sleeves no matter what time of year it is.
He doesn't wear sleeves or pants. This is really weird.
He wears sweatpants.
Sweatpants.
Now, see, that's the thing that we missed out on, to me, this season.
When Sea-Dog goes to the airport, he looks like a college girl in sweatpants.
Oh, no, I don't wear sweatpants.
Oh.
We missed Georgia Tech and North Carolina are not playing. Probably the two most infamous coaches for wearing hoodies with sleeves cut out. And they're not playing each other.
Believe me, I wish we were playing North Carolina. I wish I could drop somebody on our schedule and have North Carolina. It's a free freaking win every year. And now they dodge us for like the next 5 years. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Eddie says,
see, I also think another reason I think this game Miami's going to cover the spread is because as much as you say Florida State's back is against the wall, This is Carson Beck's year to make himself some money, and this is another golden opportunity for him to prove a point.
I'm with you there. And look, Carson Beck did not play great against Florida.
No. Now, some of that, obviously, I put on him. He didn't have a great day. But I also don't think when it's raining for 3/4 of the game that you should be throwing 30 passes either. So I have to put some of that on Shannon Dawson.
Right. I don't know. Here's what I won't do. I'll either not bet it or I'll bet Florida State to cover as a home dog. I'm not betting Miami to cover.
If I had to bet, I would probably 4.5's not that big of a spread.
No, it's not. But if you think it might be a 3 or 4 point game, yeah, it is.
And let's be honest. I mean, everybody thought Florida would cover the spread, and they didn't. And the refs even implemented the slaughter rule and took a touchdown off the board to keep it a little closer.
Eddie says, Pete, you ain't old. Well, this Friday, I finally, you guys have been saying I'm in my mid-40s for all this past year. This Friday, I actually do turn into my mid-40s. Officially. But I feel a lot older than that. Anyway. There we go. Miami and Florida State. One of the best games of the week. I'm sure everybody will have their eye on that one. I know I will. Duke and California at 10:30. The late night ACC game on the West Coast. Duke's got to fly all the way out there to Cal. I'm taking Duke. I know they've got to travel and all that, but I'm still taking Duke here.
Yeah. I mean, this could be an upset spot. I mean, I'm not, acting like Duke is unbeatable now.
Well, I'm not saying Duke is unbeatable, but look at their most recent games. Everybody's scratching their head going, what the hell is Cal doing? And Duke look impressive, beating Syracuse off of that Clemson win.
Yeah. I just don't know, man. This is so stupid that Duke's got to go all the way out of the freaking West Coast. So stupid.
I don't know. I think Duke's a better team, but Cal, when Cal is hitting, that offense can score. They've done it a bunch of times this year. I don't know how the hell they slipped up against San Diego State or whatever, but
Boston in college. What the hell?
They beat Boston College.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Barely, but they did beat them. Yeah.
Listen, Duke. This is definitely the best defense Cal's seen all year, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Games in California, though. I guess you got to give them something for that. Maybe you don't.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't give Cal, UCLA, or USC a single point for playing.
So you don't think that there's anything to the contact high that the players get in that stadium? Maybe the Duke players might get a little buzz going on and forget the play or something.
It's a bunch of college kids, man. Listen, that ain't shit to them.
Right.
They're all smoking weed in the locker room before the game. Anyway.
I am impressed with Duke, though. Let's put it this way. Here's how impressed I am with Duke. I'm glad that Clemson's playing North Carolina this week and not Duke this week. Now, we do have to play Duke, but just not this week.
Yeah, I'll take Duke in that game.
Yeah. So there you go. I think we all got Duke in that game. But I am a closet California fan, since everybody knows that now. I'm just a couple more wins away from dyeing my hair purple and becoming a liberal. So just need like 3 more wins for that to happen. Selling all my guns.
Yeah, hey, I'll buy them off of you in bulk.
Selling all my guns and moving to California, baby. Let's go. Gonna buy me a fucking Airstreamer. What's it called? Airstream. Yeah. I got my truck now. I can pull my Airstream behind it. Yeah, let's go. Live out in the
transmission wall.
Might have to sell your truck too.
I live out in the mountains and grow my own weed.
Well, no, you will have to sell the truck you have and you'll have to buy a Honda truck like what Slaw has.
Yeah, electric.
No, god damn.
Yes, and you'll have to buy an electric Honda truck.
Yeah, no half measures, Pete. You can't.
I got to go. So what you're saying is I got to go all in. I can't just do a half step.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, balls deep.
Balls deep, man. Unarmed and, well, I'll be armed with a electric vehicle. Yeah. With nowhere to plug it in. All right.
Start playing hacky sack.
Hey, look.
Next season, he won't even be a football fan.
Do I have to quit playing pickleball too?
No,
you can definitely still play pickleball.
Guess what?
God damn.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right. As soon as we mention pickleball, Joe the Pilot comes in the chat. He's a pickleballer too. I was telling him on the stream the other day boy, this is how you know you're bad. Down bad, I mean. The one thing I asked for my birthday was a new pickleball paddle that I want.
Dang.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
And the bad part is he's not even wanting to use it on Mrs. Peete like an American would.
Your birthday's on the same, isn't it?
It's on Friday. It's on the 3rd.
Oh, yeah. So that's my wife's birthday, too.
Yeah, me and your wife have the same birthday. That's right.
Is 2 days before my oldest daughter's.
Yeah, me and Mrs. Sea Dog have the same birthday. That's right.
We're having our baby shower Saturday, too.
What if she has the baby on her birthday? Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, that would be. That would be. But she's not even 9 months yet, so she's 9 months next Thursday, I think. So looking forward to that. But the due date's not till November 6th.
November?
Yeah,
you got a whole
November
nother
6th.
month. That's right, because it's 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I hope is the case, because that's our bye week.
Yeah, I mean, it would be seriously inconsiderate of your wife to give birth not on a bye week.
Well, we're gonna have to have a tough conversation of text plan.
A tough conversation. Yeah, it'll be tough. All right, it'll be tough for you. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
She ought to know the deal by now.
Well, the deal is, it doesn't matter what's going on when she goes into labor. You're not doing whatever you were doing when that happened.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be like me. The last one, I was sleeping. This was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, huh? What? Oh, I'm not sleeping anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I'm super excited. We got the shower this weekend. It's gonna be a good time.
You're not going to the shower, are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I like hanging out with my family and friends.
I do too, but I don't like going to baby showers because I'm a dude. You know what I did when my wife had a baby shower? I went to the bar.
Well,
you know what I did?
I went to the bar for 3 hours.
Guns and went down to the river.
Yeah, that sounds even more fun, actually.
well, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I look for any reason to party.
There were 0.0 men in my house during my wife's baby shower.
Well, it's a couple, so I'm inviting all my friends, and I'm gonna bring a TV, and we're all gonna be watching football.
See, dog, you can invite me to your baby shower, and I would not come. I'm not. I didn't go to my own children's baby shower.
You are invited.
I won't be there.
That's okay. You're still invited.
Oh, well, that's fine. I appreciate the sentiment.
I actually would go to your baby shower just to monitor the gayness. But
the gayness. Says the guy who had us play pickleball.
Pickleball's not gay.
Oh, it was so gay. If it wasn't gay, then why were me and Rec Talk rubbing our hot, sweaty bodies together?
Because you guys do that anyway.
I don't know. I think
He's got a point.
I think it was the pickleball.
I've played pickleball.
Y'all hugged on live stream and almost blew each other.
I have played pickleball.
We went hole to hole, dude.
I have played pickleball a lot and never once rubbed my body against another man's body on the pickleball court. Not once.
Well, then I guess you're just not a true Cal fan.
All right.
He's got you there.
On that note, I think
Check, please.
I think it's time to shut this thing down.
Yeah, we're going to turn this into the midday show. We keep going.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Slim, for stopping in.
Sir. Is there a midday show tomorrow, by the way?
There is, yes.
Okay. Just out of curiosity for myself and everybody else watching.
Yes, there is a midday show tomorrow on my second channel. If you're not subscribed to that, go ahead and do that. There's a link to it in the description of this video. I do a midday show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Thank you. All right.
And this one will be worth watching because me and Pete haven't gotten into a subject that needs to get gotten into on the
good. I'm looking forward to it. I need a subject. I haven't even thought about the subject for tomorrow's show, so anything is welcome.
I've got a subject that's about 2 weeks old that we have yet to delve into.
All right, perfect. I'm looking forward to it.
I hope Volusia pops up.
Uh-oh. That tells me it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you later, Slim. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sea-Dog, we did it again, buddy.
We sure did.
Another ACC show in the books, and it was amazing and fantastic like usual.
Yeah.
So, that's it, man. I guess if I don't talk to you again, which I'm sure I will, but if I don't, I'll see you next Tuesday. We'll talk about these games.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, buddy. See you later.
All right, later.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for me as well. Thank you for tuning in. Another amazing and fantastic show. I will be live on this channel again tomorrow night, Wednesday night at 10 p.m. for the college football call-in show. That is immediately following the Rob and Kale show over on Carolina Jackpot's channel. And so I look forward to hearing from all of the callers tomorrow night to talk about some college football. That's it. Appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your night.